2005, The Exorcism of Emily Rose terrified audiences worldwide. But the real story is far more unsettling. Behind the fiction lies a true account that blurs the line between faith and science, devotion and illusion, and ends in a tragedy that still divides opinion to this day.
Church venerates thee as her guardian and protector. To thee, the Lord has entrusted the souls of the redeemed to be led into heaven.
Her name was Anneliese Michel, born September 21, 1952, in the small Bavarian town of Lieblefen, West Germany. She grew up in a devout Roman Catholic family. She was bright, polite, and deeply religious. Those who knew her described her as gentle, with an unshakable belief in God. But at 16, Anneliese suffered her first epileptic seizure. Medical tests revealed she had temporal lobe epilepsy, a condition affecting the part of the brain responsible for emotions and memory, sometimes producing intense spiritual visions. She began taking prescribed medication, but relief never came. While at school one day in 1968, a then 16-year-old Anneliese unexpectedly blacked out for a few minutes. During this first documented blackout, her classmates said that she fell into something like trance state. Anneliese said she didn't remember the event, and claimed she was fine after the episode. But that same night, she woke up suddenly feeling a presence pressing heavily down on her body and then wet her bed. Fearing there might be something seriously wrong with their daughter, Anneliese's parents kept her home the following day. But there were no further incidents. It seemed like it was a one-off occurrence. Anneliese said she was fine, and she was, until August 1968. She was taken to a local hospital for examination and observation. Her primary care physician referred her to a Siegfried Luthi neurologist. After an examination and a series of tests, Dr. Luthi found nothing wrong with her brain function. Physically, Anneliese seemed completely healthy. But in February of 1970, Anneliese experienced a third event. After catching tuberculosis and spending months in a hospital, Anneliese suffered yet another blackout and another bedwetting episode. The other patients mocked her for wetting the bed and blacking out, but that wasn't the worst of it. This third blackout was different from the others. After coming to, Anneliese reported seeing colors, hearing sounds, and feeling euphoric while praying with her rosary beads. She underwent more tests with a second neurologist, Dr. Van, who diagnosed her with epilepsy and prescribed her medication. And that's when things went from bad to worse. Anneliese eventually returned to school later in 1970, but now she was a completely different person. Her friends said she was depressed and seemed to have a darkness about her. The seizures began occurring with increasing frequency. Her doctors were unable to offer any insight into the root cause of her seizures, which only compounded her family's frustration with the situation. She turned to religion as a coping mechanism. She threw herself into researching Catholicism while finishing up high school. By mid-1973, she experienced hallucinations. While praying and believed she was damned, she became obsessed with the idea that the devil was inside of her. In an effort to rid herself of what she perceived as a demon, she would add regular visits to a priest along with her standard doctor visits. The Michel family appealed to the Catholic Church. Their pleas were initially rejected, but after years of persistence and reports from local priests who had witnessed her strange behavior, the bishop granted permission for an exorcism. Two priests, Father Arnold Renz and Father Ernst Alt, were assigned to the case. What followed was one of the most documented exorcisms in modern history. From September 1975 to July 1976, Anneliese underwent 67 exorcism rites, each lasting up to 4 hours. Witnesses said she spoke in languages she had never learned, including Latin and ancient Greek. Her voice changed to guttural growls. She demonstrated sudden, unnatural strength, and she claimed to be inhabited by multiple entities, including Lucifer himself.
Why couldn't you help her?
Because there are no injections against the devil.
Emily, can you hear me? During these months, her physical health collapsed. She stopped eating, believing that starving herself was part of her spiritual battle. She dropped to a dangerous weight, her knees bruised from repeated genuflections, kneeling and standing hundreds of times in a single day.
Ja, ich will auch für die anderen leiden, damit die nicht in die Hölle kommen und so. Aber dass das dann so schlimm ist und so grausam und so furchtbar, nee.
Gekletze! Nein, Gekletze! Und der Maul mir Gekletze! Oh, und der Hanne will auch nicht! Oh,
Als Kind Gottes.
ich hab dein Maul erschlagen! Die Ruhe gibt's nur da oben!
Ruhe gibt's nur dort, wo die Liebe ist.
Ja, bei uns gibt's nur ja nun. Die müssen in eigenen Seminaren ausgebildet werden, die dürfen nicht auf die anderen Universitäten. Kapiert?
Geist, geboren hier auszufahren und nicht.
Anneliese underwent 67 exorcism rites, each lasting up to 4 hours. On July 1st, 1976, Anneliese Michel died in her home. She was just 23 years old. The official cause: malnutrition and dehydration. At the time of her death, she weighed only 68 pounds. Her parents and the 2 priests were charged with negligent homicide. The trial that followed became a media sensation. The defense argued that Anneliese had been truly possessed, while the prosecution maintained she was a victim of untreated mental illness. Both priests and both parents were found guilty, but received suspended prison sentences. To this day, the case of Anneliese Michel remains one of the most debated exorcism accounts in history. Was she a young woman in the grip of severe psychological illness, or was she truly a battlefield for forces beyond human understanding? After making this video, I can only hope I don't get possessed myself. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode of Jasper Investigates.